University of Cambodia. My name is Kazumi. As you can see. And I am teaching gender studies at the Panyasastra University of Cambodia since 2002. So before you were born, I started to teach at Panyasastra from 2002. This is my 23 years with Dr. Kaur, our founding father of Panyasastra. And I'm very happy to see my former students, two religious persons here, your teachers. They took my class. He took my class at Panyasastra when I was pregnant with my second son. And I'm not so sure he was my student when I didn't have a child, I think. So I'm very happy to be here. I am teaching Wednesday morning on the top floor. So tomorrow morning I come to teach this campus for my university class, not the high school class. But I personally asked Rokuru Muni, I'm the president of your high school, that I want to take opportunity to come to study with you because it's always very exciting to talk to the young, intelligent people from the high school. And as you have seen, I am a Japanese. I was born and I studied in Japan. And then I moved to Cambodia in 1997. Maybe I'm a bit older than your mother because I live in Cambodia for 25 years. And I really like Cambodia. I enjoy my Cambodian life and I enjoy teaching at Panyasastra. So without any due delay, I'd like to introduce Borea. Borea was my student in my gender studies class at Panyasastra University. And she comes with me today to help some lessons today. So please introduce yourself, Borea.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bolea, and I'm actually a university student here at Panyasas, and my major is economics. It's really nice to meet you all, and I hope you enjoy today's lesson. Thank you.
Okay. So we are going to discuss about goal setting today, which is one of the sessions in your textbook. Can I ask you, have you ever met with the Japanese people and talked with the Japanese person before? Raise your hand. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Okay, very good. Thank you. When did you meet with the Japanese?
At school.
Oh, okay. So, was it a teacher or visitor?
I think she was an English teacher at Japan.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. So, you studied with a Japanese teacher before. What about you? Somebody who raised your hand.
Me?
Yes.
In school.
In school here.
Yeah, same.
Ah, okay. So what's she doing?
There was a boy and a girl.
It was a boy and girl. Okay. Were they students or were they teachers?
They were teachers.
They were teachers teaching you.
Yeah.
When was that?
I forgot.
Long time ago, maybe. I saw another hand from there. So where did you meet with the Japanese?
Here in the school.
Okay, good. Anybody talk with the Japanese outside of the school?
No.
Nobody.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know a guy.
Okay.
I had an online friend who was Japanese.
Again, please.
I had an
Over.
online friend who was Japanese.
Overseas friend.
Yes.
Okay. So you communicated with the Japanese. Okay, very good. So majority of you never talked with the Japanese, right? It's your first time to talk with the Japanese. I am very Japanese, and I speak English with Japanese accent. Very different from my teacher. I have very strong Japanese accent when I speak English. Before we start, do you have any questions about Japan? Anybody? Anything? Any question? Raise your hands. Anybody? Yes, go ahead.
Is studying English hard with Japanese accent?
Okay, so your question is it difficult for the Japanese to study English?
Yes.
Is it difficult for you to study English? Not very? think it may depend on the person. It may depend on the person. So it does not matter it's British or no, it's Indian or it's Khmer or it's Thai or it's Korean. Some people find it easy to study English. Some people found studying English useless. Some people find learning English very interesting and inspiring. So it depends on the individual. The problem of English education in Japan is the teachers don't teach how to speak, how to communicate. But the teacher in Japan teach how to read English and how to answer questions in writing. So when you see the Japanese, if you see the Japanese tourists in Ion or airport or whatever place, majority of Japanese, they cannot speak English. But they can read, they can write, but they cannot communicate with you. So learning English is difficult or not, it depends totally on individual. What I found very different between Cambodian students and the Japanese students, that include university students, is Borea is fluent in English. She speaks like the very native American or British. But perhaps, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, perhaps if she writes English, she may make a lot of grammatical mistakes. That's very typical with most students in my class. When they speak, they're fluent. But when I ask them to write answers in exam, half of them cannot write English. Write something, but I don't understand. Opposite in the Japanese student, they cannot talk, but they can write. Very good. So if you have a friend that you communicate through emails, messages, they can make you understand what they want to say. But if you want to talk with the Japanese, it's like a nightmare because they cannot speak. They say and they cannot talk. Yeah, so to answer to your question, it's very, very depend on the person. Okay? Any other questions before we start about Japan or school, university? Anything? You have question? No, you just stand up. Anybody has any questions about Japan? I just came to Cambodia because I just came yesterday to Cambodia because I fly back between Japan and Cambodia all the time. Any question about Japan? No? No? Everybody too shy?
I love Japan country. How can I visit Japan?
Good question. So you may try to get a scholarship or you may try to get the job in Japan, which is very, very difficult. Maybe getting scholarship is easier for you to go to Japan. Short-term scholarship, if you can try. Exchange program, there are a lot of exchange program for 1 week or 2 weeks that bring you to Japan. So try to get some opportunities, unless you are super rich. If you are very rich, you can go for tourist and holiday to Japan. Okay, no questions? No questions? Okay, then let's start today's lesson. Everybody open the notebook. Everybody open the notebook. If you write on a textbook, open the textbook and bring up your pen. Pen or the pencil, whatever thing. Everybody open the notebook or textbook. So this session is going to talk about goal setting. Goal setting and some approach for the goal setting. Now I have one question to everybody. Why do we need to make a goal? So I want you to step back. This session is about goal setting. Then ask yourself, why do you have to set up a goal? Why do we set up a goal? Write down your answer in one sentence or two sentences in your notebook or textbook. You have 2 minutes. Everybody create your own answer. Why do we have to make the goal? Anybody who doesn't have a paper? Boria has some extra paper.
Does anybody need more papers?
Are you ready? Have you written your own answer? Everybody would be different because you are not the same as the person sitting next to you. Why do we need to make a goal? Why do we need to make a goal?
So are you a photographer or a student? Are you a professional photographer? Okay, any answer?
Everybody has written your own answer? Okay, then 2 minutes already. Then anybody who can share your answer? Anybody who can share your answer? Raise your hand. Anybody? Anybody? Don't be shy. Anybody who can share your answers? Yes, go ahead.
So we need to have goals in life, so we have a purpose in life to complete, and we have a path that we want to choose.
Okay. So we need a purpose for our life to complete. Okay, that's very good. Very good answer. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody who can share your own answer? Don't be shy. Yes, go ahead.
To have a clear thing to do and work for.
To have
A clear thing to do and
their things to do and work for. Okay, very good. Okay, good. Anybody else from the female students? You know what? I was very impressed that 2 male students raised their hands because in my class, half of the students are male, half of the students are female, but including Borea, my class, always female raise their hands. Male are all silent. They don't talk, but always dominated by the female. They are very active in the universities.
The man to woman ratio.
That's right. Female are a bit less than male, right? But anybody who wants to share, why do we need a goal? in our life? Yes, go ahead.
We set up a goal that is like a general plan for the future we wanted to achieve something.
Okay, very good. So set up something that we want to achieve in our future. Very good. Well, the goal can be very, very small goal, but the goal can be very, very big goal. Yeah, so you can set up a goal like I want to be a prime minister in the future. Then that's a 50-year plan, right? But you can plan like I want to get a scholarship to go to somewhere. That's rather a short-term goal. So there are many different types of goals that you can set in your life. And why do we need a goal in our life? Yeah, there are some idea that some of you can answer already. So if we have a goal, we can make a plan. If we want to have a scholarship to study in Australia, what should I do today? What should I do by December? We can set up a plan, a time frame. But there are two types of goals that you can make in your life. One is ongoing goal. Another one is new action. Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot to put this. The ongoing goal is a set up goal which you have already started to achieve. Do you have any goal that you already started to achieve? Think about yourself. Do you have any ongoing goal? Yes. What kind of goal do you have? Anybody? Do you have any ongoing goal? Is it my phone? Sorry. Yeah, your goal is?
My goal is to improve my grade.
To?
Improve my grade.
Improve your grade. Wow. That's right, yeah. So that's ongoing goal. Yeah, because when you graduate from school, you don't think about the grade, right? You think about income, you think about salary, you think about promotion, you think about holiday. So that's ongoing goal. Very good. To improve your grade from A minus to A plus, maybe? Top student. Okay, very good. Very good. Anybody else? Anybody else? You have ongoing goal? Anybody? Ongoing goal? You don't have any ongoing goal? I think everybody has at least one goal. To be a champion, right? I think everybody has at least one goal to graduate from this school. That's a goal, right? Nobody wants to drop from the Panyasastra. So that's one of the ongoing goals. Yeah, he is advanced because he said improve the grade. So graduation is already taken for granted. He will graduate, but he wants to graduate with top. Yeah. The other students, maybe you think you want to at least complete high school, and maybe potentially you want to go to university. I don't know if you want to go, but maybe that's another goal. And you may have a goal that you may want to go to Panyasastra University. No. You may want to go to university in Sydney or USA, whatever goal. I'm sure you are very intelligent persons in Phnom Penh, so you will go to university. That's another ongoing goal. And if maybe others, you may have other goal, like you want to play in the top football match game or whatever, be a champion of the game. I don't know, for the female, what kind of goal do you have, ongoing goal? Yes, go ahead.
My goal is to get better at public speaking, debate, and make my art style better for poster contest so I can compete more.
Wow, that's great. You have skills. So you are the member of the debate team.
Yes.
Wow, I will see you in the television maybe in the future. Okay, very good. Yeah, actually Panyasastra University debate team is also very strong. So So you should come to our school as well. So what is ongoing goal? And another one is new action. Yeah, new action, set up a goal which you are starting from now on. That maybe you don't think about it. But you may think about, for example, becoming the prime minister, maybe not ongoing goal. Or maybe you set up in your near future. Or setting up a new business, starting up a business to be an entrepreneur, maybe that's not ongoing goal because you are a student. And you can have a dream that you can achieve something by doing something new. Okay, then I already asked this question. So how to make a plan? So to achieve the goal, whatever goal, graduating from school, getting scholarship, getting a good job, how can you make a plan? Because the first student also said, when you have a goal, you can make a plan. How do you set a plan? You can imagine 3 steps. If you want to set up a good plan, one is, what should I do now? What should I do now? Will you do this every month, every day? What should I do? If I want to graduate from Panyasastra school, what should I do? I have to come to school every day. I have to take all exams. I have to pass all exams, etc. If you want to be the game champion, I don't know what kind of games do you play. Fortnite? No? No? What kind of game are popular now? Roblox?
Adopt me.
Adopt me? Is it a Roblox? No?
Yes.
My son also like that. So if you want to be a champion in the game, you have to practice a lot, right? So what should I do every day? And then the target. By when? You have to set certain targets. By when? What do you achieve? So if you want to improve your score, you may do the homework every day without mistake, but you are going to get some percentage increase in your examination score by midterm, by final, or by, I don't know, end year exam, whatever. So you set a goal step by step. Or maybe you try to finish something by 2025. Yeah, so if you want to be a champion in the debate class, maybe you set a goal by March 2025. I will pass the TOEFL with top score, or you will pass some English exam by good score. By when? So you set up certain target. This is the number. You set the number. And then the final is the goal. Final goal is the situation. So I can be like this. I can be a university student. I can be a top debaters who can compete on the television, national debate championship, or maybe Asian championship. And I will get some degree, like master degree or university bachelor degree or certain certificate to work as an accountant or bankers or whatever. So you will set certain goals step by step, short term to long term. Okay? And as I speak a lot, I would like to ask Borea to share what is her thoughts and learning about. Please. Anything. You can speak what you want to say.
So I would like to relate this goal making to my previous lesson that I have learned at my university class. So in my management principle class, we also study about goals, setting goals, because managers have to have a realistic goal in order to control their company. So I would explain it by using the board.
Do you know what is the manager? What is the manager? Supervisor, yes. Somebody who controls the people.
So the goal making or the plan, we call it I just wanted to say that I did not come up with this method, but it's actually invented by one person, but I forgot the name. I'm not sure. I think it's outside the textbook, but it's related to your lessons of setting goals. So for the word, for the letter S, it stands for specific. So in order to have or to achieve your goal, you have to be specific. So for example, you want to say, I want to study abroad. That's not realistic at all because you have to say which country, right? You want to lose weight, but how much do you want to lose? That's being realistic about setting your goals. So you have to be specific on what goals you need to achieve and what goals you need to achieve, what you want to be. The letter M, it stands for measurable. So for this, you have to know how to track your goals. What action should you take in order to achieve your goals? And the letter A, it's actionable. So I would like to emphasize on this part because it's really important. Because goals cannot be achieved without taking actions. Let's say, open the door. But if you don't go and open the door won't be open, right? So you need to take action in order to achieve your goals. You can say, I want to pass this math exam, but if you don't study, you don't do the exercise, you don't take action, you cannot achieve your goals. And that's really important in goals achievement. So you have to set like a clear action on what you want to take. If you want to, what was that? What was their goal? I forgot.
The champion in the game.
Yeah, so you have to maybe, stream 24/7 of the game. I don't know to achieve that. So you really have to take action in order to achieve it. And then the R, you have to be relatable. So this is more of like a bigger plan. For instance, you want to say you want to be a prime minister. So it's not really relatable to your situation now, but I'm not saying that it's not possible at all. It is, but you have to make your goals a bit relatable so that you can somehow achieve it in either short-term or long-term goals. And the letter T, it stands for time. Time bound. So every goals need to have a deadline, right? So in order to achieve your goals, you will have to break it down step by step. So let's say I'm going to achieve A grade for my math. So you have to set like a schedule. For Monday, this time I will study this lesson. I will do this exercise from this page to this page. So you have to set like a deadline for each of your goals in order to achieve it. And then you have to evaluate. You have to follow up your goal plans. Always look back to it so that you don't fall out of plan or be burned out or too lazy and then you gave up on your dream. So you're never going to achieve your goals, right? And then lastly, I think it's also really important, and that is reward. So after you achieve your dream, achieve everything, you reward yourself. You can either go on a movie, go on a date, you can celebrate, or you can take a vacation, something to reward yourself for your hard work. You can buy yourself treat, eat chocolates, whatever makes you happy. You should get this reward once you achieve your goals. So these are some of the steps done by one person that I don't remember the name that says this, but I think it's a good step. You don't have to follow this in order to achieve, but it's highly recommend for those who want to see the results, who always fail of not achieving. You can follow this and you will see the results. So that's all from me, from my management class that I can share with you. Yes, thank you.
In your textbook, it's introduced as determine. I forgot which page, but if you check the not preparation, goal setting, can you open the page goal setting? It's very similar to this. It's a determine. Page number. Page 16. Page 16. It's a very similar methodology. You can use whatever thing that is easy for you. As you are high school students, you know, if I ask the question, what kind of goal do you have for the Japanese high school students? Everybody answer the same thing. I want to go to good university. And they may name it. I want to go to Tokyo University, which is the top university. They may say, I want to go to Kyoto University. That's the second top university. We have 700 universities in Japan. So you can set a goal. If you are clever, top. If you are not, maybe somewhere in between. But almost all high school students, they reply to me, I want to go to the good universities. That's their goal. And I don't think it's good. If you go to a good university, so what? What do you want to do after you go to university? If I ask a question to Japanese university students, what is your goal? They say, I want to get a good job. I want to work in a big bank. I want to work in the government. I want to be a teacher. I want to work in UN. They may answer to me many things. Then my question would be, so what? When you want to be a teacher, then the goal is achieved. If goal is achieved at the age of 22, how do you live your life for next 60 years? You shouldn't set only a short-term goal. You should have a long-term goal as well. Yeah, in Japan, women live average 88 years old. In Japan, that's the longest life expectancy in the world. 88 years. 88 years. That's long, right? In Cambodia, your life expectancy is around 65. Yeah, so in Japan, women live 20 years longer than the Cambodian women. Because of many reasons. Children never die in Japan. We have very good medication system, health insurance, so we live long. You have to think about short-term goal and long-term goal. What do you want to do by 30? You know, when I was young, I was thinking by 30, I want to marry. That's my goal. But I never married in my life. Yeah, I have kids, but I never married. I don't trust in the relationship at all. And I have many different goals in my life, but I haven't set a long-term goal of what I want to do when I am 80 years old. It's still in limbo, I'm thinking about. You need to think about the long-term span. By the time you finish university, you imagine where are you be the university student? In Cambodia, in Australia, or in UK, or maybe in Japan. You should have some imagination. The dream may not be achievable, but you have to think. Because you will go to university for sure. After university, what kind of job do you want to get? You want to be working in a bank? You want to be a teacher? You want to be a housewife? Maybe not. You want to be a house husband? You have to find a good wife, right? So think about it. And as Boreas also said, something that you can relate to. Something that you can relate to. If becoming the prime minister is relatable, I think that's great goal to be. If, I don't know, if being a chef in Paris, France, if that's relatable, that's also a good dream. My son, when he was studying in Panyasastra International School, he said, I want to be a chef, maybe in France or in London. That was his dream. Because he was covered and mixed with international students, he thought, I want to be a chef in foreign countries, not in Cambodia or not in Japan. So think about short-term goal and long-term goal. Short-term goal, you can think only for your benefit. Becoming a champion of the game, becoming a champion in the debate club, that's for yourself. Very nice dream, very nice goal. But if you live 80 years old or 60 years old from now, you have to have a bigger goal. Not only for yourself. How do you want to contribute to your society? How do you want to help people who are in trouble in your society? How can you contribute to SDG? Do you know SDG? Sustainable Development Goal. Dokru, you don't teach SDG? Sustainable Development Goal?
But our school also joined the SDG with Panasonic Group.
Okay, so you learn something, right?
This year we give you some criteria when to join the SDG.
Okay, so maybe you will learn about SDG too. So how can you contribute to SDG? Can you start again? You have to think about different goals. You can have hundreds of goals in your life. You don't have to set only one goal. You can set many goals. Some goal, you have to take actions very actively. Some actions, you take it easy. Yeah, because if you try to have a super rich girlfriend, maybe there is nothing you can do now. You have to prepare yourself step by step. If you want to have a very rich husband or handsome husband, there is nothing you can do now. So you have to think about longer term. Okay? So, I think I'm almost end of the slide. To end my session, I would like to share with you a little bit about 3 key elements in goal setting. Is it from textbook? I forgot. It's from textbook, right? Textbook 18, right? Page 17. So those are the direction and balance and breathe. I know you are very good in English. Can you read by yourself quickly? What are the directions and balance and breathe? And so this is believe. Yeah. Can you quickly read by yourself? Sorry, not believe.
Editing.
To believe. Sorry. Believe?
Yeah, believe.
E. Sorry. No, F.
F.
F. Yes. Thank you. So somebody, can you read loud? Yes, go ahead. Yeah, debate champion. To be. No, only 3.
Okay. Direction. What do you want out of your life? Balance. Is your goal reasonable, attainable? Believe. You must believe that you can achieve it.
Okay, thank you very much. So those 3 are the summary of SMARTA that Boria taught you, and also summary of determine that is in the textbook page number 16. The direction is what kind of direction you want to go for your life. Borea, she wants to pursue the private business, right? Maybe. She wants to become an entrepreneur. She wants to do the business. That's totally not what I want in my life. We are very different. Yeah. There are people who want to be politicians. That's totally not me. There are people who want to be the very, very respected monks. That's not what I want as well and cannot. So everybody has different directions. You want to have your own directions because you are grade 10 already. And you can change. You can change all the time. You may become a teacher because you want to be a teacher, but then you may change to the business person. That's totally fine. You may work in the band, but then you think dance is not my life. And then maybe you go back to the monk school. That's also totally fine. But you need to think about your future because you are grade 10. You cannot rely on your parents forever. That's what I tell my son all the time. Because my son, they totally depending on my life. Yeah, so I tell my kids, my children, think about independence. You have to be independent because I will never support you forever. So you have to think about, if my parents abandon me, what will I do? How will you survive? How will you bring your life to the direction that you want to be? And believe it or not, majority of the people living on the earth, they do what they don't want to do. Do you think your father is doing the job he enjoys fully? Do you think your mother fully enjoys her life? Do you think those garment factory workers, they enjoy their job? Yeah, so majority of the people are working in order to survive. If you are lucky, you can fully enjoy the work. You can fully enjoy your life. But you have to have a direction. How can you do that? If you are lucky, you can do that. But I don't think so. Majority of you, you have to work for survival. You have to let your family eat. Maybe you have to support your family. You have to support your parents. You have to make a compromise. That's life. But if you have no directions, if you have no goal, your life does not bring you to any directions. You know the problem of garment factory workers, because I do meet with them a lot. I go to garment factories to talk with them, and then I ask them, so what do you want to do in the future? What's your dream? And they said, I don't know. I just have to make $200 per month. They have no dream. They have no goal. They have no motivation to improve their lives. Very, very difficult. It's a nightmare for me because they have no goal. You are intelligent persons who will be a leader or business leaders in this country. You have to have a direction. Okay? Can somebody repeat what is the direction again in a textbook? What does it say, direction? What?
What do you want out of your life?
Okay. What do you want out of your life? You have a dream, be ambitious. You imagine when you are 40, what will you be doing at the age of 40? 60, how many grandkids do you have while you are still single? Think about it. Okay, that's the direction. Second is balance. So what is the balance? What is the balance? Can somebody read? What is the balance? Yes, go ahead. Okay, good. So in Korean, what did you say about this? Achievable, right? Yeah, achievable. Yeah. So your goal achievable. As I said, be ambitious. Be ambitious. I always tell my students, please be the Prime Minister of Cambodia. Particularly, I tell to the female students, please be the first female Prime Minister of Cambodia. So I will be advisor to her. Be ambitious. Yeah, because you are grade 10 students. Don't be pessimistic. Do you know the word pessimistic? Be positive and have a big dream of what you want to be in the future. Don't limit yourself. If you limit yourself, your future is even narrower than your limit. So be a big dream, be ambitious. Okay, that's the balance, be achievable, but as I said, be ambitious. The last one is belief. So what is the belief? Yes.
You must believe you can achieve it.
Yes, you have to believe. If you give up, that's the end. If you ask the athlete who ran for the marathon in the Olympics, again, they trust themselves that I can run, I can be the champion, I can be the gold medalist. Same as the kickboxers, they believe. You know, they do a lot of mental training. Before the match, even the football, before the match, they dream a lot. I am winning, I am winning, I am winning. Then they win. If you give up, you will never achieve your goal. You have to trust your capacity. Even though you are now maybe on the bottom of the class for the grade, you have to believe I can be at top. I can get a scholarship. I can be the top university. I can be the top graduate from this high school. You have to believe in yourself. Believing is very, very important in order to achieve the goal. Okay? I think my time is almost up, and this is the final slide. Do you have any questions? I'm going to ask you about questions again. Do you have any questions before we finish the class? No questions? Any question about the lessons? Anything? Anything you want to ask? No? Okay, then we are going to finish now. It's a bit early, but we are going to finish. And I welcome everybody to come to Panyasastra University in your future. If you are interested, we most welcome you to come to our school. Panyasastra is one of the top universities in Cambodia, and we have, well, I don't know how many, but we have a lot of international teachers from different countries. My boss is from America, I think, and I have a colleague from many different countries. Maybe a bit more diverse than high school, because Panyasastra University is very international school. So we welcome you to come to our school, and I am teaching gender studies. That's the foundation class. Foundation class means everybody must study. So if you come to my school, and if you come to my class, please tell me that you studied with me in high school. Okay? That's very, very encouraging for me. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for teachers who accept us today. Thank you.
Okay, let's answer question, right? Question.
Speak.
As we all as a part of 10A and 10B combined together, we would like to say thank you for your time for sharing this information to us. It's really special because some of us don't know how to set goal yet. And even my sister is in grade 12. She doesn't really care about her goals much. So thank you for this wonderful lesson. We are very happy to have you here today. And this is for you.